This is my mother's ring. She got this from my father a long, long time ago, and he bought it when was on one of his trips somewhere. Can't remember where. My mother was like loved children and would have been a great grandmother. I lived in New York. My mother got cancer, but she had ovarian cancer. They took everything out. She didn't want any more children, so it was not a big deal. And then 5 years later, or 4.5 years later, they discovered she had cancer again in her lungs, but I think at this time it had gone so far because she had a backache for a long time. And then I went back home and stayed with her for, I think, 3 months, and then she died. And that teaches you a lot when you're 23 years old and your mother died. But although I've been gone for many years abroad, I mean, they've been visiting, I've gone home, things like that. Teaches you a lot that nothing is for sure. And you just have to live. And if somebody gets to live till they're above 70, they should be very happy. Teaches you a lot of things about yourself, about your family. And it prepares you for things that possibly will happen in the future. You know, your father's death, or somebody else getting cancer, and it helps you deal with a lot of problems. It's not a good thing to say, but you know, these things also have good things that happens. You know, although it takes away somebody, today she would have lived, she would never have died. You know, but you can't think like that. It was probably easier for me than it was for my brother, especially my younger brother who was only 18 or just turned 19. They were still living at home. But it takes, in a way, it's the same pain, but it takes a little bit longer to understand because you're not used to see that person every day. So it takes a lot longer to understand that they're gone, actually. It's very different to be a child, I think, and be a husband and lose somebody. Well, I think, in a way, if you've been married for 30 years and that person just disappears, it's extremely hard. Because that's the companion, you know. A child still develops and going to have their own life, you know, their own children, their own whatever, you know, get married, all these things more. But when you're 50, whatever he was, 56, you know, you're getting on and but he managed.